Yes, Your Highness, I know that I've spent a lot of money on the squad to finish bottom of the group, but it's a tough group. Look, there's still 4 games to go. You're panicking. Stay calm. Well, look, I know 2 of those games are against Chelsea, but it's all right. I've got a plan. Have you heard of parking the bus? Hi guys, I'm Aussie Villain and welcome back to Queen of the South. It's Season 10, Episode 6 today. We have a big game in Europe. We have St Mirren away before that, then we host Chelsea. And, well, we're going to start with the finances because I'm getting ever so slightly concerned about our finances. Now, yes, we spent 40 million on Bucchiano, but we have 1.5 million in the bank just now. We've already made a loss of 38 million this year. Now, if we get knocked out of Europe altogether, I begin to become a little bit concerned given that we are spending the best part of $500,000 a week on wages, what sort of financial state we're going to be in come the end of this season. If we have a look at the projections, which are never really that great, but 25 million in debt. Now, if that is indeed what happens, then we're going to almost have to sell somebody just to break even. So it's not a good season having spent what we spent for this to have happened. But anyway, we are where we are. We can just try and do our best and hopefully everything will work out for the best. But yeah, financially, we've maybe just hit a little bit of a stumbling block here. Now, coming into this episode, we are without 2 players. Well, without 3, actually. Johnny Angus has got a bit of a minor knock, 1 to 4 days. Also, Hansen, a bit of a knock. He's out for a few days. And we've also got Toro that's out for 1 to 4 days. Now, that's not a massive deal if they're able to come back ready for Chelsea. If they don't, well, I mean, Hansen will be. It's the other 2 that could be the issue. Then it's just another little fly in the ointment for our plans. Now, we do have 1 game to catch you up on since last episode. That was Aberdeen before an international break, which is what we've just come back from. So let's go and have a look at how we did against the Dons. We went ahead late on when Johnson played in bowl. But full Santos sealed the win. Now, honestly, we were terrible in this game until we switched to wingers late on, and then we got the 2 goals. Now, unfortunately, Thomas Boll is not registered in the European squad. My plan, I think, let me know what you guys think of this moving forward, is that if we have Arvik playing as a left-sided winger, sort of in this more attacking area of the pitch, dribbling, the first touch, off the ball movement, pace as well, I think that could, it's crossing, actually his crossing's not bad. He could easily be a winger. And then doing the same thing on the opposite side, but as a right winger, if we get Thomas Boll. Now, he's not as quick, he's not as good off the ball, but he does have good flair, good passing, good dribbling. I just wonder if that might upset opposition defenses enough. If we were to sort of play with those guys in wide areas. Now, as I say, Thomas Boll isn't in the European squad this season because reasons, but moving forward, let me know what you think. We can register him in January if we're still in Europe. And I just wonder, having seen what it did against Aberdeen, obviously we're looking at going up a level from there. I realise that. But I do just wonder if maybe that's a way for us to compete against these best teams. Because dribbling of 18, I mean, that's pretty elite. And the fact we've got 2 guys that can do that, 1 on each side, that might actually really hurt some sides. As I said, it's looking for next season. So this is the league tables as we see them, as we stand. We are currently top. Point ahead of Celtic, 2 points ahead of Rangers. Hart and Hibs make up the rest of the European spots with St Mirren in the top half. So away from home, this is going to be a tricky game, and the sort of game we've seen in the past as well around European fixtures that we tend to maybe stuff up a little bit and drop points at. And you can see the European group, we've got 2 games to come against Chelsea, who have won their 2 opening games. We've only lost 1-0 away to Real Sociedad, at home to Juventus. But ultimately, we've lost them both. We haven't scored a goal. And, well, we've got Chelsea coming. And I believe Chelsea are the defending champions. Chelsea are the I could look over there as well. Chelsea are the defending champions. So it's not going to be easy at all. Let's have a look and see what we're doing here against St Mirren, though. You can see there, away from home, and we are expecting the defensive 4-3-3 from them. And this is the team we're sending out. Obviously, again, we have the eye on Europe, but it's Bursic in goal, Muros, Baba, Adu, Walker, and Amoroso as the back four. Glamarak, or Bruno as he's more commonly known. We're going to try Bol as a deep-lying playmaker here. Just use that passing, that 18 passing that he has, see how he goes. Irving as the left-sided Mazzella. Bermudez as the number 10 with Diaz and Celino in front of him. All right, so we can see the team sheets there. Do we recognize any names? I mean, Jack Elnwick is a name I recognize. You'll notice we have Ross Layton on the bench. Now, it'll be a debut. Or, I always say that wrong. Somebody else commented I say it wrong. Debut. Is it, what? I don't understand what I'm saying wrong. Debut? Is it debut? Was that what I say? It should be debut. Anyway, let's not worry about what I've mispronounced because it's most things. We're on a good run. Let's keep that going. But either way, it'll be a first game club for Leighton against his former team if things are going well. And yeah, it's maybe a tricky game. This lot, they did beat Rangers. I think it was Rangers they beat one of the big firm anyway, the old firm. So yeah, it's not going to be the easiest game going around, but hopefully it'll be one that we get 3 points from. We do have the option to switch to wingers, of course. That's always an option for us. And I'm starting to see that actually works maybe better for us again in the league now, which is Babadoo just over. It's frustrating given that we kind of sold our wingers. And actually, I maybe should have had Turpey on the bench for this one in case we needed to make that change. But yeah, it's frustrating. That is something we could look to do. But, as in sign wingers, but of course, as I've just pointed out top of the episode, finances. Oh, it's a ball to the back post, and Andrew Walker couldn't miss. Andy Irving has been given the assist, but there was definitely a touch at the near post. And I'm wondering if it was Babadoo. Ball comes in. Babadoo was certainly in the area. Whether he actually got anything on it or just missed it completely, I don't know. But either way, it's the easiest goal Walker will score this season. And it is 1-0, which is a good place to be. Celtic have taken the lead against Hibs. And Hearts are 1-0 up against Livingston. And Celino has picked up an injury. All right, so that means Leighton will get an earlier introduction to the game than I was previously anticipating. We've got a corner here again. Irving, ball towards the back post. It is Walker, and it is just wide. Let's try demand more. Leighton's looking nervous. I mean, it's against his former team, and he should at least know them. Let's see if we... What is Walker doing there? And your centre-back, man. Get in the middle. Cross comes in. Oh, that's a good ball. And it's 1-1. We just looked a little bit out of shape, but the cross was absolutely brilliant. Murosh, could he have done more? Let's have a look. Is that the former Arsenal player, Sheaf? I think it's just a good ball in. I think... What is Leighton doing there? Well, he's got probably a marking assignment. Is that their fullback? What is Leighton doing there? That's interesting. He just wants to be involved. It's his first game. He wants to be involved. So it's 1-1 at the break. If I look a little bit shiny, it's because it is hot as balls and with the light on, and it is very, very hot. I don't like what I just saw. I mean, we weren't bad. We weren't great, I suppose. All right, let's go with that. We'll pump our fists, go out there and win the match. I just want to check what Leighton was doing playing centre-back for us, because that was, I've got to say, unexpected. Yeah, I mean, that's not what he was supposed to be doing. But anyway, like I say, he just wants to be involved. Let's encourage and see what we can do here. Hopefully the injury to Celino isn't too bad. It shouldn't be, because we got him off relatively quickly, so to speak. So, you know, it should be fine. But this is looking like another game where we are going to need wingers to break them down. Oh, what an idiot. Alright, let me think. All right, so we're going to... I was thinking of going to wingers anyway, or wide players. So we're going to move Bowl out wide right. Bermudez will go out wide left. We've taken the kid off, so it sucks for him to kind of sort of be subbed as a sub, but needs must. Ayrton, which is another disappointing thing. He's going to have to come on and play left back for us. So it's all a little bit of a mishmash. That's because Hansen, of course, had the knock. So there wasn't really an option. I could have put a kid, one of the youth team fullbacks on the bench, but well, I mean, you don't expect your fullback to get sent off, do you? It does now kind of feel like a game that if we take a point from, that's not the worst thing that could happen. We've got a highlight here, though. Walker gets it wide there for Amoroso. Irving to Walker. I mean, let's be honest, we should be good enough even with 10 men to be able to beat St Mirren, but it's not always that easy, is it? Here we go, Bermudez. He's got Ayrton with him. Ayrton, right foot cross. It's Bowl! It's Bowl! It's Bowl! Thomas Bowl! He's popped up with his third of the season, and he is looking every little bit worth the £13 million. Ayrton's cross was absolutely brilliant. We can sing now. He plays on the left. He plays on the right. That boy Ayrton, he's doing all right. I don't know what the rest of the song would be. But anyway, good cross. Bowl with a head up. He scores all sorts of goals as well as Thomas Bowl. There's another song. Thomas Bowl scores all sorts of goals. We've gone back to balanced off of attacking. We just need to be sensible now. And here he is, the great man, Thomas Bowl. A hero is born. Amoroso, don't get yourself sent off, please. Walk up. This is all we need to do now. Just pass the ball around, make them chase us, and then hopefully pick our way through a hole. Here we go, Bermudez. Oh, good overlapping run there for Ayrton. Back in there for Bruno. Bruno again. Ayrton. Ayrton to Bowl. Oh, it's almost... Oh, it has worked again. Thomas Bowl at the double. I don't know what happened at the Mirren defender. They just sort of looked at each other. But with 10 men and wingers, it's 3-1. And wingers is the way forward, isn't it? Having spent all our money on this the double Mazzella formation, it looks like now we're going to need wingers. I don't understand exactly what's happened there. The defender and goalkeeper, one of them should have dealt with it. Neither of them did. And it's 3-1. Thomas Bowl, 2 goals in 4 minutes. I think we're just... Do we have another sub? I probably don't want to make a sub in case... Because if we were to get an injury, then... And be out of subs, you know, that would be terrible. We'd be down to 9 men then. Although there's enough time... Or there's only enough time in the game, I would have thought, for St Mirren to maybe get 1. You'd hope that they wouldn't be able to score 2. I tell you what, Ayrton as a left back. There's another good ball for Diaz. Diaz is in. Thomas Bowl has 2 goals and an assist. And the switch to wingers. I know you're all going to be telling me in the comments now, this is what we need to do. Start games like this. And, well, maybe we could sell some of those central midfielders that we have now. And that could plug that 25 million hole we might have in the budget if things don't go to plan in Europe this year. Who would we sell? Probably Bruno, if I'm honest. Is he going to be worth enough? He certainly put a dent in that. But yeah, I mean, we went down to 10 men. We went to wingers. And we just looked a completely different team. We're better with 10 men than we were with 11. So there we go. We can see the other results. Celtic win. Rangers don't play. Hearts have won as well. But we are still top of the table. And Leighton, despite his minimal involvement, gets one over on his former team. It is just a minimal injury there for Celino as well. And there we go. Classy Bowl. 2 goals and assist. And 13 million is looking an absolute bargain right now, isn't it? All right, wait right there. We're going to welcome defending champions Chelsea to the Palmerston Park. And hopefully we park the bus well. All right, welcome back. And the kids have done it again. They've beaten Chelsea's under-18s in the Youth Champions League. So we're 3 from 3 and effectively out of the group, which is ironic because the senior team is effectively out of the group if we don't beat Chelsea here. So let's have a look and see what we're doing. We are expecting a 4-2-3-1 formation from them, and this is what we're doing. We've had a slight change of plan on parking the bus. We're going to match them up, and we're going to see how we do here. So Bursic in goal, Hansen, Toro, Bucchiano, and Ayrton as the back 4. I'd put that back 4 against most, to be honest. I think I think we're quite good at the back. Mashagi and Alvarez go in midfield. Johnson, Santos, and Arvik. It's going to be Angus up front. We've gone with pace and dribbling ability in wide areas. So let's hope that, I mean, Johnson is left-footed, but let's hope that they're able to get the job done, cause them some problems. Actually, let's get the ball out wide as well. Yeah, we'll look for the overlappers at the same time. But yeah, let's try and run at them as well. Let's cause them a problem here. All right, so we can see the team sheets. Frank Lampard, now has he gone back there? I'm trying to think of the time difference. No, because it would have been Tuchel the manager. So Frank Lampard has gone back to Chelsea. I mean, there's still a few names there. Reece James, DeLitt, of course, who isn't there in real life. Kerr Smith, who they signed from Celtic. Billy Gilmore, Jude Bellingham, Jadon Sancho, Kai Havertz, Mikoku. I think Jeremy Duco is a real player as well, isn't he? He's a Belgian. I think it's quite quick. So, yeah, let's look on the positives. If they're still around, they're probably aging. I think let's just play our natural game today, boys. Go out there and make me proud. And yeah, we'll just see again, like Juventus, how we do. Are we being overly optimistic here? Almost certainly. I was almost going to drop Mashagi back in and Santos back in, and maybe that's what I should do, actually. And that gives Kai Havertz a bit less space. I might even do that, you know. Yeah, I just feel like we've got a tough group. It looks as though the way it's going, I mean, we'll get an idea how Real Sociedad do against Juventus here, because if they beat them, then we're in all sorts of trouble. But it looks like it's going to come down to that final game. I was going to go more defensive, wasn't I? I mean, we haven't given anything up yet, so let's stick with it. We're getting our fair share of possession, which is more than we can say that happened against Juventus. We are attacking them as well. So, you know, we're going the whole hog, showing them no respect. You know, maybe they're an aging team now, you know, big names, but aging team that's slowing down, and, you know, you never know. But we are having more possession than them. And so Juventus is 2-0 up. So that, for us, is good news, away from home as well. So, I mean, if we were able to, and it's a long way to go yet, but we seem to be at a bit of an impasse here with cancelling each other out. But if we were to be able to get a point here, and the second half is going to be more tough because they'll get a rocket at half-time. We've seen it before, Real Sociedad pull one back. Then it would sort of take a little bit of pressure off the Real Sociedad game, in that a 1-0 win would be enough for us. But that was, I mean, it was boring, but it did the job. So I think we've got to go back out there again and just say, there's no pressure on you. You've got nothing to lose. We've fist pumping. We've got faith. And I wonder if now is the time, second half, we're expecting them, I think, aren't we, to come out at us and be a little bit more aggressive. So we'll just drop things back a little bit, and hopefully that's not going to be seen as protecting a point, which it kind of is, I suppose. Arvik's not having a great game, and neither is Johnny Angus. I mean, I'm kind of loath to change anything. We'll take Angus off for Celino. Now, Celino's not a complete forward, so we'll get him up there as an advanced forward, just leading the line maybe a little bit more. And I mean, I apologize, it's not the greatest game to watch, but I think if we take a point from this with no highlights, hopefully you'll forgive me. Johnson and Arvik, it's not quite working. So maybe if we stop exploiting the flanks, still look for the overlaps. Helps if you unpause the game, dumbass. I mean, they have been a better team. Oh, not from a set piece. Alvarez gets it clear. So it's the 80th minute and we've got the first highlight. Are we going to concede the first goal from the first highlight? That would be harsh on us. Headed away there by Ayrton. And they've got men forward still. Can we stop the cross coming in? We can't. Oh, and it's a save by Bursic. Reece James was that. Juventus 3-1 up. Oh, I've hit encourage just as the highlight started. Come on, boys. Can we win this back? It looks like they're pressing on a little bit now, doesn't it? As Dooku got in behind Ayrton there, it looks like maybe he has, and Ayrton gets back, and we clear it away. And we've got a corner of our own. Come on, Santos, ball in. Decent. Oh, it's away. Oh, don't get us on the break. That's harsh. Alvarez, just take the yellow card, mate. Take the yellow card. Oh, it's Bucchiano. £41 million worth of defender right there. And it goes to show when he's not giving away, when he's not scoring or assisting against us, we're a half-decent side. Here we go. Oh, Celino's got a good touch. Celino, can he? Oh, there's no one in there. Arvik's there now. Arvik goes to the byline. Can he pull a ball back? He can. It's Hansen. There's an unlikely goal. Alvarez is still bouncing around, and it's just wide. Was it by Celino? Almost a chance for us to nick all 3 points, and that would have been massive against the defending champions. We go into stoppage time. We're still going to attack them. They're nervous. They don't like this one little bit. And we've taken a point off of Chelsea, and that is massive. The defending European champions. They've come to Palmerston Park, and they've only left with a point. That is brilliant. So, Youthful Queen of the South, draw with Chelsea. We've got some money in the bank. Now, that's very, very useful for us. And, well, maybe, I think we've just seen there, wingers is perhaps the way we need to look to go. I'm really annoyed that we didn't register Bowl. And the only reason I didn't do it is because we didn't have there was a spot left. There was one too many players. But the reason that happened was that I thought Leshy had left, and he hadn't. So he was still registered in the squad. So, again, it's just me not reading things properly, isn't it? But anyway, we'll get him registered next opportunity. And what that means now is that if Juventus, we're not getting out of the group. So let's ditch that idea. What we want is Juventus and Chelsea to both beat Real Sociedad now. And then if we beat them, we'll go to 4 points. And that'll be enough if we beat them at home for us to get ourselves into the Europa League. And we just have to do it. We have to do it for the finances. So, yeah, let's keep fingers crossed. If you've enjoyed that, though, that's it for today. Make sure you hit thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new. We'll be back for Chelsea away, and then it will be Celtic away. 2 big games there. And if you don't know anything about baseball, neither do I. But that didn't stop me taking over the Detroit Tigers. So why don't you join me and see, well, we can learn together. Take care.